Good morning, everyone. Sorry about the delay. My microphone is falling apart as I use it. So I'm trying to get that settled, and it is not cooperating at all. So that is very fun. I did, in fact, lose an hour of sleep to time change. We sprung forward in my neck of the woods, and I would really have preferred to have that hour back. I am very, very sleepy, especially after last night's stream. It was a lot of fun, but I'm so tired. I'm not sure why my Elgato is acting up all of a sudden. I thought I had that settled. Apparently not. There it goes. Got that settled. Alright, so last time we played, I found out somebody snuck in on my Switch, and had gone villager hunting for us, which was really nice. And so we ended up getting ketchup, which is a duck that is red with a little like tomato leaf on top of her head. Very cute. But we didn't quite figure out what we were going to do for her area. We had two options in mind. We were either going to do like a pasta restaurant or stuff that you could just do pastas in general, or we were gonna do like a kids food if we could find that kind of stuff. So make it like a little kiddie play place. And I'm kind of leaning more towards that one. So Daisy May is here as usual. So catching up on my water intake because we didn't do that enough last night. All right. It is spring in Animal Crossing, as you can see. We ordered a bunch of random stuff to hopefully make our dreams happen. We ended up ordering an office desk because we were using it as a counter in our house. Pretty cool, right? Innovative. Oh no, my pockets are too full. How did that happen? You have a message in a bottle I never opened. What is happening? A music stand. Ooh. Neat. I'll probably never use it, but that's okay. We already know baked potatoes. What else we got? Oh yeah, we also bought something from Jolly Red, so we'll need to do that. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, the confetti blower. We're gonna go put that by Cherry's place. Shaved ice maker. Wow. I don't remember buying half of this stuff. Which is okay, but I thought we had less stuff. I guess we can put this on so that we have more space, but I was just gonna put it in our inventory. Now what I really should do is I should open up my storage shed and throw everything in there. But I think some of this stuff is meant to go outside. So I don't want to put it away too quickly. So we shall see. I don't know why this is doing that. Sorry, I heard a slight echo. Hello! Welcome in. Good morning. I'm still very, very sleepy. I've been awake for all of 20 minutes, maybe. So we're working on that being awake thing. All right. Oh, excuse me. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So when we came in here last time, we decided that this office desk actually makes a good kitchen counter. So I'm going to put in another one. I'm gonna move the stove though. I'm gonna end up changing the wallpaper, I think, because I don't know that it goes with the steel and white that we've got going on. But we'll see. I might just change the floor. The floor might be the real problem. I know we bought something else to go in here. Was it this? Oh, bought a garbage bin. Oops. Press B. Too many times. We were gonna make this a different color, but for now, it works. keep hitting the button for our in-house storage when it's all in our pockets. Kind of silly. Let's see. We had a cardboard box. We had a kitchen stove. Right. That's what I was going to do. I was going to switch out our stove for this stove. Okay. I'll put the stove in between the two desks. And then I think we're going to need another fridge so that we can have two fridges side by side. But for now, this is okay. And our deep fryer was like right here. Alright, store that one away. Okay. Now we've got our stove, we've got some prep area. I guess I can put this on the stove just so there's more prep area. We've got our mixer, got our blender. Gotta move the knives and everything though, because they are in the wrong spot now. Put our knives here. Are you on the ceiling? Oh, it's on the ceiling. I don't know why I thought it wasn't. I do need the knives. Actually, let's put the knives over here. This is our prep area. And I think I'm actually going to switch what sides these are on. Put it like that. While I have done food service, I have never worked in an actual kitchen. So I'm trying to do my best with that. Oh no, somebody showed up at our house. Not again. It's O'Hare again. He showed up last time we played, I think. So, what we have to do is we have to just ignore him and pretend we are not here. So, we just stay in here and we keep decorating. Let's see. What else do I have to go in here? Probably nothing, honestly. The shaved ice maker is gonna go out, which I didn't realize I still had one. It's gonna go out to Zucker's place. Not sure what else I need. Excuse me. Alright, O'Hare's leaving. Now I can try to figure out what flooring to use. Let's see. Oh gosh, no. No. I don't think we have any good flooring for our house. Or at least not for in here. I mean, that could work. We're gonna leave it on the pine board for now. What I'm looking for is more of a solid, like, white tile or something like that. So, we'll see. I don't think we bought anything for the rest of our house. I think everything that we bought was for outside. So. Wow. Meringue was standing there the whole time. Probably could have told him we went in there. Betrayed us. Ooh, 50,000 points. Let's see. You want to know how to write a great letter to a friend? Just be straightforward. Tell them all the things you like about them that would be too awkward to say in real life. You're welcome. Thanks, O'Hare. Is that why he came by? Because he wanted to see if we read his letter? Because we certainly had it by then. Hey, Meringue. Very cute. What? It's been 1 week. Meringue, it's only been a week. You're fine. Aw. He said shortcake. That's really cute. What's on the calendar? Let's see. On March 19th, it is Meringue's birthday. Okay. On March 8th, it was Zucker's birthday, but we missed it. So. We don't usually get to celebrate the friends' birthdays, so we'll have to be kind of diligent about meringue, because I think we will actually be playing on her birthday, but I'm not sure. That's the consequence of just playing once a week, is the fact that we keep missing their birthdays. So, I hope they can forgive us. Me oh my. Sleepy, sleepy. Wow. He does 1,000 push-ups a day. I definitely can't beat that. That's too many push-ups. I'm a little worried that if we do a kids-themed restaurant, we're going to end up with a situation where we've got two restaurants that are too similar. For instance, his is a pizza restaurant, like stone oven, brick oven pizza. But I don't know what kind of food we have that would go in a kid's place, so we'll have to look into that. An ancient statue and a gold plaque. Nice. Now where is our... There it is. Place item. There we go. Now you can make shaved ice. If there was a shaved ice item, I would probably put it next to it. But I haven't seen one. I'm sure there is, I just haven't seen one. Got a lot of weeds everywhere. What's going on with that? Oh yeah, we never put the festival stall out. We still have it with us? No idea. Yes. There we go. I wish I'd managed to get a second one, because that would definitely complete the look. But not today. Apparently you can't order them. I thought you could. Let's talk. The wig? Wow. I was overdue for a brand refresh. Say hi to the new O'Hare, now with 110% swag and flow. Okay. Nothing has changed about him, so I don't know what we were supposed to be saying hi to. I guess he's supposed to change his hat, but he didn't. Oh. Truffle's still asleep? What's going on with that? Oh, there you are. Hi, Truffles. I have so much to tell you about so many things. It's been forever since we talked. It's been 1 week. I'm gonna get my notes together because there's too much stuff to tell you and not forget something. Okay. I need you to stop freaking out. Yes. How'd you do? I haven't looked at my score yet. I feel so weird. Folks I don't know looking in my windows and telling me what they think. But I also love winning prizes, so I leave my blinds wide open and my front door unlocked. That's probably dangerous. Thankfully, there are no thieves or criminal types in Animal Crossing except for Tom Nook and Red, obviously. But I don't think they steal from people. I think they just are thieves and crooks. Alright, where was I gonna put this confetti thing? I was gonna put it behind the old dude. I do not recall. Let's see. I think I was gonna put it here. Go. I think we were gonna make it not blue is actually what's going on. But that's okay. Alright. I think Ketchup's still living on the beach. Which means we need to move her house. Marlowe's still living on the other beach, and we don't like him, so who cares about that? So Marlowe still lives right here. And our dearest friend, Ketchup, that we just barely met, lives way up here. Oh no, weeds. So we've got to find a place for her house. Because we need to move it before we can actually start building around it. So I'm thinking if we go for the route of like a kids area, we're gonna need a lot of space and we're gonna need a lot of Nook miles. We're gonna have to do some of the quests to make that happen. Because of course they've got all that like carnival stuff. But it could be neat to put her over here by Marcel for that specifically. And then if she's gonna be more of a pasta restaurant, she could go near the museum. So kind of clean up the island a little bit before we move her around. So we're gonna have to uproot some of these trees either way. I'm really leaning more towards this area. I feel like it'll be, although a little weirdly shaped, I think it'll be the better choice. So we'll need to see about that. Get our fossil real quick. And I don't know that we need to actually uproot the trees. I think we can just let her steamroll over them. I think it'll be okay. We have other trees elsewhere, so I'm not too worried about that. But, oh no, I can't carry anything else. I thought I did it all. I thought I had gained more space. I guess the weeds betrayed me. Let's see. Where's my thing? We're gonna put some stuff away. We're gonna put away this because we already know it. These things, wall stuff. Oh, nope, we need the ancient statue. I don't need a gold plaque though. That is very silly. I think we got a lot of this out of the junk thing in the resident services. I was like, where did most of this come from? No, I think it came from the junk. So, that's okay. Alright, second fossil. So we've gotten quite a few of the fossils. We haven't quite finished it yet, but we've gotten quite a few of them. So, the hope is, oh, that's a gyroid. Oh no, a bluepoid. I do not wish for a bluepoid. Do not wish for him at all. But the hope is always that there's going to be a new one anytime we dig up fossils, so probably not, but you know, I can dream, right? We've only got a few to go, so the likelihood is pretty small, but it never hurts to hope. Alright, I think I'm going to move her by Marcel. So we're just going to go in, move her house real quick. And I don't think that we can renovate it while she's actually moving it. So we'll have to just move it, leave it alone from there. Let's talk infrastructure. What did I have in mind? I would like some layout changes, please. We should talk to our brand new move-in person, Ketchup. Ketchup? Understood. It'll be $10,000. Yes. We have plenty of bells. I'm sure she thinks it's fine. I'm sure she is perfectly okay with this. Yes. Yes, she does. I'm totes down. Moving to a new place in the island will be a nice change of pace. Yeah, because you're currently living on a beach with nobody around you. Currently, her house is secluded from the others. It is still accessible for the most part, but not the same. Yes, take the money. I wonder if the animals ever tell you no. Like, oh no, you just moved my house yesterday. Don't move it again. I doubt it, but that would be pretty cool. Like, you had to have a certain friendship level with them to move their house. Actually, it would get really annoying really fast, but it would be an interesting, like, mechanic to the game. Encouraging the player to actually get to know the animals so you could change the layout how you want. It could work. Alright, I want it in this corner right here. Like, I want her house to be, like, right here. This little curve next to it. So, let's see if we can make that happen. Nope. How about right here? Too close to a cliff. Not too close to a cliff. Yeah, perfect. It only took us 3 tries. I think I didn't put enough creamer in my coffee. So I might get up and do that real quick. Give me just a second to get some more creamer for my coffee because I took a sip of it and it is not correct. And also, it is cold in here and I have my AC going. So I'm going to turn that off real quick. So, give me just a sec. I guess I don't need to put it on the take a break screen because we're not going to be gone for very long. It's literally just going to be like 2 seconds. So, y'all will be okay, I think. You just get to watch me get up, though. That's the part that's not so fun. Put my water to where I won't knock it over when I go stomping around. Move the microphone so y'all can chill out up here and hear yourselves. Not really. I sat down too hard. Shook my coffee a little bit. I don't think I got any out of the cup, but just in case. Ah, that is much better. It was just a little bit less creamer than I normally do, but my taste buds definitely noticed. So, had to fix it. Now I have to get settled back in so that we can get started again. Hope y'all are okay with a sleepy, slightly less chatty stream today. Not super less chatty, but like a little bit. So I think we're gonna go ahead and go with the kids area idea, which means I'm gonna need to move some of these trees. And I need to work on our Nook miles because we don't have enough to get half of the stuff that we want. So that might be one of the things we do today is we go ahead and try to grind out some Nook miles. So let's see, complete some DIYs, sell some weeds, easy. Burn bells by selling items, the weeds. Dive for sea creatures and catch some fish. Oh, we haven't done that in a long time. We've kind of avoided the catching things for the most part. I have like one hair. It's like in my glasses. But I guess we could catch some fish. That wouldn't be so bad. Do we have room for it? Yes. Okay. There's a fish. I'm probably going to be terrible at this, so wish me luck. Oh. First one was easy. It's a crucian carp. Nice. Not that we had any tasks to do to get that done, but it always feels nice. Especially when I get it on the first shot. I may not be good at fishing, but I'm pretty good at slingshotting. Oh, rude little fish. I saw that. I don't think we're going to be able to get him from this side. I think we're going to have to go to the other side. Unless he, like, turns. Yeah, I don't see this fish happening. Come on, fishy. We're far enough away. Come on, just turn. Nope. That fish said absolutely not. Come on, fishy. Oh. Well, fine. Forget you too. Alright. How about this fishy? Oh, as soon as he turned to look at it, I hit the button. Oh, man. I told y'all I'm not good at this. Ooh, a message in a bottle. We only need to catch 5. What is taking me so long? I still need to redo this carpet right here. It's gonna be our little picnic blanket. Not sure how I'm gonna do it yet. Let's try that again. Too bad you can't just put on a wetsuit and like go grab the fish. Oh, that is not a fish. Woohoo, an idea for a DIY. Using an old tire. I wonder if it still counts as catching a fish though. It should, because we caught a fish shadow, but maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, just throw it right on the fish. Fishy! A black bass, the most metal of all fish. How many more do we have to go? Probably 2, right? Oh. Nope. That tire did not count as a fish. Good to know. We caught a fish shape, but it wasn't good enough. I need to do more with this space right here that we made for O'Hare, but I'm not sure what yet. Ooh, a fish. And then I think we'll go to Harv's Island and sell our weeds. Oh, dang it. I was talking instead of paying attention. So I think we'll go to Harv's Island and sell our weeds so that we can get a little more money for them. Since Leaf actually buys them at a premium. So I actually think we have more than we have in our pockets, so we'll have to look and see. Excuse me. Yes! I caught a dab. Not bad. I could cook something with this fish. Too bad, because it's going to the museum. I wish you could donate these shells. But I guess technically Blathers could grab the shells himself. Nice. That one kind of took a minute. I wonder what's up with that. I caught a sea bass. No, wait. It's at least a C+. So on Tuesdays we've been playing Wildflowers, and it's actually a really fun game. But I'm thinking of getting through the first year since it's currently summer, we'll get through fall and then winter. And then I think we're going to switch over to a different game. Or on Thursdays, we might switch from Dreamlight Valley to something else, depending. Because right now, it doesn't really have a lot going on. And of course, at any update, we'll play it again. But I think I'm getting... I don't want to say burned out about cozy games, because that is the wrong turn of phrase. But I am playing a lot of really similar games all at once. So I'm thinking I might switch up the games a little bit. I've been debating playing the original the original Ace Attorney trilogy on stream. And I don't know if that would be something that people would be interested in. I'm interested in it, and I like playing it. But, oh, that scared the fish away. Of course it did. But I'm interested in it, and I definitely would want to find a game that lets me try to practice my voice acting again, like we did with Beacon Pines. But hopefully I'll be able to keep the voices straight a little easier, depending on the characters. So it does get a little harder because there are a lot more characters in that game. So, because I remember Ace Attorney very fondly, so I think the voice acting will get a little difficult for me, but I'll try. I could cook something with this fish. An Agi fry. Is that my 5th fish? Can I finally stop? Nice. We have done it, chat. Wow, a horse mackerel. I think we already got one of those. But it doesn't count. We don't have a wetsuit on us. I think we've got one in our home inventory. So, wow, we found an orange umbrella recipe. But we already know it. Darn. The letter was so excited. It was like, you found it, you found it. Sorry. Horse mackerel was a medium size. Let's see if we can find one on our way back to the, in this case, the museum. Hello, fish. Because we do have at least one fish to donate. Oh, that's a squid. We do have at least one fish to donate, and of course we got to get our fossils assessed, even though we haven't finished grabbing them all, which is okay. And we can sell our fish. We'll probably make about 5,000 from that. And we have a piece of artwork to donate, so. Horse mackerel? No. It's another dab. I think if we did like a kids area, we'd have to find like kid type food. Because like right now we have, let me look at our foods real quick. Alright, so we've got all these little fish that we just learned. That didn't count. But we have things like French fries, fish and chips. We could do like sandwiches. We could do... Excuse me. We could have cookies everywhere. We could do... I'm not sure. Because we would need something that's going to be like little kids would eat without being pizza, since we already have a pizza restaurant. But I'm not sure what I would pick. French fries for sure. And I guess fish and chips. And the game doesn't really have chicken nuggets, so that's kind of out the window. But, oh, yes, truffles? Right now? Yeah, I guess. I hope you cleaned up earlier. I didn't. At all. She is seeing it raw and uncleaned. Wow. She brought me something. Nice. An old-fashioned alarm clock. It suits you, right? No. No, it does not. Oh, she likes our interior design. That's cool. We're gonna explore all these, hopefully play high card, low card with her, and then the top floor will be the last one for her. Are you gonna come into the bathroom? Wow. Your tastes are so unique. You're like nobody else, and I so admire that. It's a restaurant. What are you talking about, Truffles? Interesting. We're just gonna go through the different rooms. Truffles wants to see it, so all of you get to see it. Again. If we had a party themed around blueberry pie at your place, it would be so awesome. Why blueberry pie? Why is that the thing, Truffles? Come on with your little pig feet, let's go. Did you want to play a little game? Sure. High card, low card. High nope, low nope. You guessed correctly, I'll give you an hour die. Okay. Draw one little card. 6. Ooh, that makes it hard. I'm thinking low card. Thinking low card. Probably not, but... Oh, it was a high card. Dang. Definitely play again sometime. Yep, I lost. Darn. Of course. It's really difficult when it's like a 5-6 because that's, you know, the middle of the numbers. But, you know, could have been worse. Could have been a 9 instead of a 7. That would have been a big jump. The last room in our house for her to see. Let's swap houses for a bit. Nope. You can redecorate my place with your ultra fab style, and I can try on every outfit you own. Also, nope. You can't tell nothing about me, Truffles. Alright, you've seen the whole house. Okay, Truffles. Leave of your own volition. No, not walk around my house. Just leave. Truffles? Truffles, the tour is over. Truffles, please. We're just gonna stand in her way. Oh. There are 6 good chairs in this room, and you have sat on the floor. Where did you learn manners, young lady? What is this? What are you doing on the floor? Why is she sitting on our floor? That's so weird. Why is she doing that? Does that normally happen? Like, am I crazy? She can't sit in the chairs, or what is happening? You should probably head home. Yeah, bye. Why did you sit on my floor? I've got chairs. I put them in specifically for sitting. That was so strange. Am I the crazy one? Like, are you supposed to just sit on the floor randomly? I'm so confused. She don't sit outside on the floor that much. I've never seen her sit in her own house on the floor. I'm so confused. Eesh. That was lucky. Got a dab, not bad. Let's see. It literally just occurred to me as I was looking at that fish and not catching it, that we hit 125 followers. I guess we did that when I was asleep. That's pretty cool. I'll have to change our goal. The new goal will be 150. I'm trying to think of something to celebrate if we get to 200. But I'm not sure. I think if we get to 200, I will try to play a kind of game that I don't usually play. I think that will be the goal. So. But I think 125 is an okay time to like change up what kind of game or what rotation of games I got going. I think that's a pretty okay goal. But we'll see. We'll see. Sorry, my timer thing was out of place, so I had to move it. Because I try to keep track of when we're in ad space. And I don't usually do very well at that, so. Ooh, Smile Isle. Fulfill 10 requests. Nice. It jumps from 10 to 50. That's a lot. That's quite a bit there. Alright, let's get these donated and then we will try to make some money. See what we can do. Hello, Isle Man. What are you doing? How may I be of service? Assess some fossils. We only have like 3. But our inventory is full. So we kind of have to. More than 1. Let's take a closer look. Something that's not part of the collection. Oh my god, that hasn't happened in forever. Every other time that we've been assessing fossils, it's been, oh, we already have these. Heck yeah, I'm gonna make a donation. Oh, it's the iguanodon tail. Awesome. And then a dab, and then this statue. Let's take a look, shall we? Splendid. We'll gladly take these off your hands. No need to pull them all out. I'll handle the rest from here. Can I help you with anything else? No. I want to go see the iguanodon. Gotta go see it. I gotta race to go see it. Even though we literally just handed it to him, he's already set it up. What a good museum curator. 10 out of 10. But yeah. So I think after we do this for a while, I'm actually going to switch games on a Sunday. I know, blasphemous. Because I did download a demo for Harvest Ella, which is like Final Fantasy meets Harvest Moon. So I want to try that one out, see how it goes, see if we can find something good in that one. Look at our iguanodon. Heck yeah, he's complete. Woohoo! We did it! Go us. We still have a few more to go. Like, there's not that many. But we still got a few more dinosaurs that are missing their butts. That's pretty exciting. We're almost done with the fossils. I can't believe we've actually made it this far as fossils go. That's actually pretty cool. So. What I'll probably do is I'll probably put us on a short break before I switch games so I can make sure it downloaded properly and all that. So, because I set it to download, but I don't know if it actually did what it was supposed to. So, all right, into here so we can sell some stuff. We have plenty of fish we don't need. Oh, look at that bed. Really cute. I like our little tune. Yeah. No turnips. Got it. How about all of these fish? Oh, not the stall. Yeah, I can take the old tire too. Yeah, why not? Excuse me. Alright. Goodbye, gyroid. 13,000 bells? Heck yeah, I only needed to sell 5,000. Woohoo! More Nook Miles. Thank you very much. Ooh. I'm not drinking my coffee fast enough. My stomach's making noises at me. Alright, cook up a storm and 3 DIY projects. Sell some weeds, dive for sea creatures. Okay. We have quite a few tasks to still do. First things first, we're going to go to Harv's Island. We're going to sell our weeds to Leaf, and we're going to see about getting another thing from Red. Let me see if I've got any other weeds to sell. We're not going to sell all of them, but I'd like to sell at least 2 clumps if possible. Weeds, 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 weeds. I think they're always... Oh, we only have 2 clumps. Ooh, maybe we should just sell the one. Okay, we'll just sell the one. We basically have 2 clumps plus 3. Maybe 3 or 4. So we'll just sell the one. It'll be okay. I thought we had more. How can I help you today? I want to fly. Where do you want to go? I want to go to Harv's Island. Yes. So unfortunately, because we want the stuff that you can only order from the Nook shopping, we do kind of have to do a bunch of tasks so that we can get a bunch of Nook Miles. But that's okay though. We might be able to order them from Wilbur, so I'm gonna check that. But I don't think so. I don't think it's anything that you can order from Wilbur. I think it does have to be from the Nook Miles thing. So we'll see. We'll see. Give a quack to Wingback. No rush at all. Let's see. Kimono sandals, frilly knee-high socks, a panda backpack. I don't think we own that yet. It's cute. I'm buying it. I'm also buying kimono sandals and frilly knee socks because why not? Anything else you want to buy? No, I'm good. Yes. Let me buy them. It might be spring, but where I'm at, spring means it's warm. Yeah, why not? Just buy a bunch of stuff from him. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Much obliged. Oh look. I think we already have this one. I don't know if we have this one. That's a fake. She's wearing a necklace. Absolutely not. You can't fool me, Red. A wistful painting. I want a closer look. That's fake too. Red, what kind of scam are you running here? 2 fake items. Rude little fox. You're not gonna trick me. That first one would be the statue of Venus. The second one was the girl with the pearl earring. So, I'm definitely sure that both of those are fake. Because Venus had something on her neck. Looked like a necklace. And pearl earring had a star earring, which is kind of defeating the purpose. So, alright. 103. Yep. Buy them all. $2,000 worth of weeds. Thank you kindly. You're welcome, Leaf. Can I help you with anything else? Nope. Until next time. Nice. We sold some weeds. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? And chop down a tree. Oh my goodness. I'm doing good, how are you? Welcome back in. What do I need? I need to put some stuff away. So we've got some extras that I wasn't planning on carrying. What up, Ronnie? Ronnie Eclipse. How you doing? Oh, I meant to get something out. I pressed the wrong button. Get items from storage. You're just tired. That's fair. And broke. I understand. No, I didn't know we had any bugs in our pockets. Apparently we do. Interesting. Tired and broke. That is a big mood there. Is it considered a fashion item? I think it's considered a tool. Or maybe we don't have one. Oh. Huh. Gift cards only work in America. Interesting. You're about to go to Walmart and get some food. Nice. Both of these things are a good thing. Walmart and food, specifically. Not the gift card thing. Yeah, unfortunately none of this works for our house. So, sorry Sahara, not today. Oh my goodness. I'll pop over to work, see if we can grab some stuff from over there. Maybe we'll learn a new recipe. And then we'll head back home. And see if we can get some of these tasks done. I thought I had a wetsuit, but apparently I don't. We're gonna have to go buy one. Kind of a weird thing to not have. I could have sworn I had one. Maybe I gave it to somebody and they never gave it back. That would make sense. We're still working on this coffee. It has not been a while. It's been like a week. Why do they all keep saying that? They all keep saying, oh, it's been a while, but it's only been 7 days. It might have been a little longer since we went here, but I could have sworn we did this the last time we played. We came to the island, ran around for stuff. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm in a weird time loop where it's actually been 3 weeks, and I just don't know. Who knows? But good morning, everyone. I hope you are as awake as I am, or maybe more awake. Hopefully we can get a little bit done today. We're mostly just doing the tasks so we can try to get some of the carnival type items from the Nook Mile shop. And then I got distracted and I came to try to get recipes and whatnot. Aw, we already know this one. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I'll find someone who needs it. I don't think anybody needs to make this old family recipe my front hoof. As opposed to my back hoof? I don't know. I was gonna go with my foot, and then I don't know where it went from there. 20 minutes running to the store? Okay. We'll see you in 20 minutes. I'll time you. No, I'm just kidding. I'll forget. I'm gonna see if we can buy any of them from Wilbur, so that we can kind of shorten our time of... You may have to run to HEB for an energy drink. Nice. Lots of store trips today. Good morning, Lottie. Nothing we need immediately. That's okay. Do a little exchanging, because I need more pokey. Thanks, Obama. The fact that people need to run to the stores is Obama's fault now? What is happening? He hasn't been president for a while, Ronnie. Can't just blame everything on him. You blame Obama for Biden. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. Sure it is. It definitely was not a response to the previous president. Sure. You're making my stomach make weird noises. I think it would be called Plaza something, but I don't remember. Don't recall. No, it's not Pepto-Bismol. Also, I don't need to go to the store. You all are going to the store. I guess we can't buy the Plaza stuff from him, which is kind of a shame. Because we've definitely used it. Maybe it's just not housewares. Go to the store with you? No. I don't think that would make for a fun stream. Where we're all going to the store together. I don't think that would be fun. Besides, if we're playing that, I'm already at the store. Just in Animal Crossing. IRL stream for the win. I disagree. I don't think I've seen anybody stream them doing IRL stuff and been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that. That's a thing I want to see. But I'm sure somebody's into it. Alright, let's see. Nope. No Plaza nothing. A lot of people are into it, if you say so. Oops. Hot tub stream win. I don't own a hot tub, so it's gonna be a while. No Plaza. Okay. We've definitely confirmed that he does not sell the Plaza stuff, which is a little bit of a shame. I'm gonna get this popcorn machine. Oh, I could have looked at the other colors and I did not. Oops. What else? What else? What else? I needed something else, but I don't remember what it was. Can't remember. We could pick up some more ramen stuff, since we've got the noodle house that we don't have much food for. Let's see if there are other kinds of ramen. We can only order 5 things a day anyway, so we're just gonna see what he got. Let's see. We've got hearty ramen, miso ramen, shio ramen, and then shoyu. I think shoyu is gonna be the most obvious, so I'm gonna go with that one. Let's see if noodles is a thing. Probably not, but just in case. Oh, instant noodles. Not what I was looking for. I was looking for some kind of pasta. I think most of that is gonna be under this here. Kind of wish I could sort this by like, oh, I'm looking for food specifically. No dice. Oh, we could do some curry, but I don't think that's really a street food. Of course, our ramen's not a street food either, but that's okay. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Fried rice. Already have the ramen. What else? What else? Ketchup fried rice. Oh, a melon soda. No, it's got the whipped cream. That is an option that we could do for Ketchup's place, is we could do like a milkshake bar instead of a kid area. But it doesn't really go with her vibe. still, it could work. Like an old-timey milkshake bar. Could make it happen. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. That's a lot of spaghettis. Super premium nigizurishi ruzushi. If I could spell and pronounce things, that would be wonderful. My ability to read is slowly fading. The more words I look at, the less I can read. And old Ronnie Eclipse, if you're still here, you missed the maid stream last night. We cosplayed in a maid outfit. It was cute. My gloves didn't last very long because apparently I have two left-handed gloves and not a right and left-handed glove. So that was a shame. But those can come in handy. I think if we do the kid plays carnival idea, we could use those moss balls as like little light up areas. Could be fun. Oh, right, we just talked to him. Just kidding. I want to go back. Yes. Roger that, let's fly. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to start a new goal, but it's not cooperating on my end of the screen. I should have definitely done this before the stream, but I didn't know. Ah, apparently I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. I should have noticed before stream so that I could do this off stream, but we're starting a brand new one. We're trying to get to 150. And like I was saying earlier, I think if we get all the way to 200, the plan is to play a game that I've never played before, whether that is a like a Fortnite or an Apex, whether that's a scary game. Haven't decided yet. It will be something completely outside my normal wheelhouse, is the plan. So, that'll be fun. Alright, we need a wetsuit, because apparently we don't have one. We shall see. Alright, one wetsuit. I'll buy it. I'm also going to see what kind of walls and floors they have. Because maybe they'll have a flooring we like. I was too hopeful. Nope. I think it got colder in here. I turned off the AC and yet I think it got colder. Quite rude. Alright. Now I think we just have to do... how many was it? 3 sea creatures. Nice. Most of them will probably be stuff that we don't have. I'm also going to take our hat off because we don't really want to wear a hat in there. We got to take off all of our stuff. Alright. Now us and our bare feet are going swimming. Hopefully I remember how to do this. Alright, A to swim. Got it. Dive, dive. Nice. It was wide as to dive. Seaweed. Wow. I was hoping to find 3 unique things that we didn't have. So far, no dice. I don't think we're supposed to be swimming in the ocean while it's raining. I think that's generally a bad thing. If anyone can confirm, let me know. We got... Yes! I got an acorn barnacle. Will it grow into an oak barnacle? No, it won't. That's scientifically impossible. For the sake of your pun. Maybe. Alright, we haven't found any moving ones. They've all been sitting still. Alright, there's two that we didn't have before. I'm gonna look for one more that we don't have, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Stop swimming around, you know. Because we haven't really been swimming, so we don't really have a lot of this stuff. But we've got enough that, you know, every time we get an acorn, well, we already had that. We just got it. So we'll see. I would have thought that the rain would have caused more fish or more diveable things, but maybe that's just not how it works. I know the rain can cause different kinds of fish. Like you can catch a coelacanth and solianthia? I don't know how to pronounce that. I always said coelacanth. So I'm assuming that's the same for this game. But who knows? I would think if it affects the fish, it would also affect the diveable things. So far, no clue, because we don't go swimming. So. Ah, our little swimming arms are gonna get tired. It's kind of a good thing there's no stamina mechanic in this game, so there's no way for you to like get too tired to swim anymore, and you're like in the middle of the ocean. That would have made it challenging. An acorn barnacle, not again. We seem to just be finding the same things. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. Oops, that was way too far away. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, it was moving. Yes, a whelk. Happy snails to you. Instead of happy trails. Alright, to the beach. Much faster to be on land than it is to be in the water. How are you swimming? It's part of the game. Have you not? How long has it been since you played Animal Crossing? You put on a wetsuit, you get in the water. Just like in New Leaf. Did you not know that? Is that a new thing for you? Swimming is illegal? No, it's not. And we got some stuff for it. Nice. Excellent. I didn't think we were going to be getting a bunch of Nook Miles out of that. That's pretty good. I'm glad I stuck with trying to get getting 3 whole things that we didn't have before. For a total of 5. 5 creatures so far. That's it. That's all we've done in terms of diving. Hello, Blathers. Make a donation. I'm gonna donate these creatures that I found. I pulled them out of their natural habitat and I'm presenting them to you so you can display them in an artificial habitat. Nope. Nice. But yeah, we have a wetsuit so we can swim. That's how it works. We bought it fair and square. Alright, that task is done. What else we got? We have a complete DIY, cook up a storm, stretch, and chop down trees. Interesting. So in order to cook, we're gonna have to go into our house because we don't have a kitchen on us. But Do we have anything we can DIY with? Probably not. Probably also need to go in our house for that. Make a nice branch. A nice branch. Just gonna make a bunch of them, because we have all these sticks for no reason. Keep crafting. Nice. Alright, that should be enough. I don't know what nice branches do, but we made them. And it counted. Alright, let's see. Catch a bagworm from a tree. Refresh and chop down trees. And cook. Guess we'll do our refreshing real quick. Everybody ready for group stretch? So I do know that this feature was added much later in the game. As part of a big update. So we'll see how this goes. Buttons. Don't really want to get up. Alright. Oops. My L didn't work. We are the only one dressed for the weather. Everybody else is in, well, there are some folks in, like raincoats and stuff, but we're like dressed to do aerobics in the weather, which is very silly. I realized that the way that my Animal Crossing character is moving is opposite of the way that it appears that I'm moving. So I'm gonna have to do it opposite. Nope, that's the opposite again. I'm just gonna focus on doing this. Jump, arms. We followed the buttons as best we could. Yay. Go us. That was pretty nice. Yeah, I'm not so great at that. He pushed them, but he didn't push them good enough. I was trying to focus on which direction I needed to move, so it looked like I was doing it with the character a little better, but that was the wrong move. Oh. Hello. We had another one. Nice. DIY tools. I don't think the nice branch is a tool, is it? I don't know what this is supposed to do. So we have them, but why? Bloop. Go. I wasn't sure that was gonna work. Okay, so we also need to cook something. So we'll go into our house. Unlike most other games that I've been playing recently that allow you to craft or cook or any of that, unfortunately Animal Crossing still doesn't let you just use stuff that's in your house inventory. So we do have to pull stuff out if we're going to cook anything. So let's see what we can make that would be not super complicated. Let's make something. We're gonna make I'm thinking the French fries maybe. Easy enough, you just need 3 potatoes, which I think we have, and if we don't, we can definitely gather. But just in case we don't have those off the top of our heads, we can make the thumbprint cookies, which is just flour and sugar. Probably no, not again. Oh, Hare, please. He is so interested in being at our house. We need him to leave us alone. He's very obsessed with us. Alright, just in case, we've got our sugar and we've got our flour. But do we have potatoes? We do. Nice. Actually, we could make both. That's the plan. Make both. Yes. We're gonna make some thumbprint jam cookies. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious. Continue prepping. It's not really prepping if you're making the full dish. But, you know, who am I to judge? Just the person playing the game. Potatoes. Yum, 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 yum. French fries are one of my favorite meals. And yes, I could just eat French fries for a meal. I am perfectly content with that. Put that in storage, just so... Got it. Put the potatoes in storage. Put this backpack in storage. We don't really need it. Or Hare, are you leaving yet? Must be nap time. Oh, Hare, please. Also, you get changed in a refrigerator, which is a little strange. Oh yeah, we're wearing the wetsuit still. I forgot. A double door refrigerator. Should I change? Yes. Why would that be? Alright. What outfit are we gonna wear this time? We're gonna put away our shoes and hats and all that fun stuff. It is raining outside, but I don't think we really have any rain clothes. So we're just gonna have to deal with, something else. Do we have any hats that will go with this? No. We do have glasses. Or socks? No. Darn. I don't think I have anything that I would necessarily want to wear with it. I do have these suede shoes. I thought we had more stuff. I could have sworn we had more stuff that would go with this. I guess we could wear just like sandals or something, but I don't see any that go. We can wear these. That'll be fine. Ultra nose socks. Why not? Oops. Apparently we're not doing that because I didn't push the right button. Oops. Alright. One heart apron. One little skirt to go underneath it. Let's see. One pair of ultra no-shows, just so that we're wearing socks. And our shiny bow platforms. I want to change our hair, but I don't know if I have a mirror in this house. If not, it's okay. We'll be fine. Unfortunately, we didn't have the task to... Oh, I just left without even looking. I'm just gonna assume we don't have one. We didn't have the task to change our clothes, which is a bit of a shame. Let's see. Sell a hot item. Customize items. Chop down a tree. We can do all that. Maybe. What is our hot items of the day? Not the one I wanted. Pancakes or floral swag? Okay. I think one of those we can like make and the other one we can cook. Pancakes, of course, because it's on our flag. But what is this floral swag? Can we make that? Is it a decoration? It is. Floral swag. We need 10 clumps of weeds. Okay. That's easy enough, probably. We should probably talk to O'Hare since he's been desperately trying to get into our house all day. But no. I don't want him in our house. Mostly because he hangs on the beach and he's gonna track in a bunch of sand. Actually, it's because we already gave one to her today. I don't want to give a second one. Let's see. We got 3. Ooh, and a star. Nice. Nice. Now most of this area won't be able to spawn weeds, but there's some down there, so we'll go there in a second. So because we changed the ground here, we never seem to get weeds anymore there. I'm guessing that is intentional on the game's part. Kind of a cool feature. Like if you were to put some other sort of ground down, you wouldn't get weeds there anymore. It also means that our fossils don't spawn there, which is also pretty cool. My brain fully expected that to be a pit, like a pitfall, but it was not. Because we haven't done those, I don't think. I don't even know if this is in this game. Are pitfalls in this game? Maybe. Oh look, a flutteroid. Nice. Alright, we've got 2 more fossils. We've got 13 clumps of weeds. Excellent. That means we have enough for our floral swag. Because we only needed 10. Now, we definitely could have... Oh, I thought I left it out. I guess I didn't. We definitely could have just put down our shed and gotten out our 99 count weed. But this is fine. We also need to customize. It looks like this is customizable, so what we'll do is we'll put down our shed and get out our little customized things. It said we have to customize 2 things. I think if we customize the one item twice, it'll still count. What should we do? Get something out. Yank it on out of there. If we even have any left. Don't recall. Yes, we have 6 of them. Excellent. Excuse me. I was yawning and talking at the same time. Should I craft something? No, you should customize. 1 floral swag, please. We'll make it pink. Why not? Nice. Continue customizing. I think it will count, but I'm not sure. No, we'll make it blue. Oh no, it's the same argument from Sleeping Beauty. The dress is blue. No, it's pink. Alright, we got points for that. Excellent, excellent. Dive for sea creatures. Again? I guess we could. I don't know exactly how many points we need, so I'm definitely gonna have to look into that real quick. But first, we must sell our floral swag. It is a hot item. I want to sell. Just the floral swag, please. Yeah, we could have sold other stuff. 400 bells. Sure. Sure. Please come again. Yay, we did the thing. Alright, that puts us at almost 7,000 points. But again, I don't know how many we need. Oh, now we need to earn bells by selling things. Okay, what do we have? What exactly are you offering? I have no idea. This thing, I guess. Some seaweed. Acorn barnacles. All these branches we made for no reason. Glasses. Actually, we'll keep the glass. No, those are the orange ones. We'll get rid of them. Oh, that's not nearly as much as we need. So I guess we're gonna have to... Oh. Look at us. 500 more. Alright, we got 7,000, but it's not nearly enough. So we need about 2,000-ish more bells, and we need to die for sea creatures again. I guess we could. Not that we need the money, just that we need the Nook Miles points. Let's go see how much each of those items costs to see if it's worth it, and we'll go from there. Yum. Yay, 50 points. 50 more Nook Miles. Alright, Nook shopping, I think. Oh, maybe it's under the other thing. Yeah, it's under the other thing. Oh, nice. And a shamrock rug. Alright, we need to redeem Nook Miles. Redeem Nook Miles? You like that? Alright. So for the... where did it go? Alright, let's see. So we have some of those. So the bench alone is 2,400. Okay. Cotton candy stall would be 3 grand. So that's, you know, over 5,000. Plus another 6 grand, so 11,000. Yikes. 1,500 or 15,000 rather. The Plaza toy is another 5,000. Ooh. Making her area one of those might be a little bit out of our wheelhouse. That might not work. We can probably get like 1 or 2 of those things, but I don't think we're gonna be able to make that happen. She is next to a French cafe, so I guess it wouldn't really make too much sense. Well, that's gonna take longer than anticipated. I don't think we'll be pursuing that dream much longer. Forget, I already forgot. Oh yeah, the moss balloon. Cool. We could do like a more low-key, I did see like a playground jungle gym looking thing as a redeemable. We could do that instead of all the actual plaza pieces. We could... Yeah, you know, we can make like a little playground thing, we'll put some sand down, put some of the springy ride-on things, get the actual playground piece. So we could make a playground out in front of it. I don't know what kind of restaurant that would make though. That's the only thing. So I guess we could do like a restaurant with a playground, but I don't think there's any like swings or anything. I didn't see any swings, which is a big shame. Welcome back. How was your trip to the store? Waiting to hear, but maybe you don't want to tell us. Get everything you needed? That's the important part. Pick up blathers. I got 2 more fossils. Oh. It figures we wouldn't get lucky twice in a row. I'm fine. We tried. Figures we wouldn't get lucky twice in a row, we wouldn't end up with 2 unknown fossils in one day. So I am almost out of coffee. That would be a tragedy. Well, we've learned that the plaza pieces are very expensive. And we're still no closer to figuring out what kind of restaurant to make Ketchup's house. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to do. If we were to make a restaurant that has like a kids play place outside, that would kind of make sense. But I don't know if it would necessarily make sense. If we went with the Italian pasta route, I mean, she is a tomato, so it would kind of be like she's cooking herself. But in that same vein, Zucker is a takoyaki? I think he's a takoyaki. Little squid with a stick in his head. His little fried squid ball. So, Ketchup is a red duck with a little green thing on her head. She looks like a tomato, but also a duck. I don't know where she is right now, or I would show you. She's gotta be around here somewhere. There she is. This is Ketchup. Wow. She's an angel. Well, I'm working on a new song called Sparkle Time Spring Sparkles. So far, I've got the title. Okay. Good job, little duck. Good job. So, what I'm probably gonna do is some sort of like kid food, like French fries, stuff like that. But I'm not sure if I should do that or if I should do like it's an Italian restaurant but with a place for kids. So, not even necessarily Italian, just a pasta restaurant. So, since she is a tomato. So, why do you have a joke that would probably get you banned? Because that's your normal sense of humor? I mean, I've got Meringue, who is a rhino that is got a head made out of meringue. She is this fancy dessert place. I have Zucker, who is, as formerly mentioned, a squid ball man. He runs a noodle house. Oh my goodness. I think I understood that reference, but I'm not repeating it out loud. Anyway, hey look, an octopus ball running a street food stand. The outside of his house also looks like this. But we've added more stuff. It's much bigger. He's got a soup thing. He's got a shaved ice thing. I'm thinking about maybe getting him a cotton candy machine, but I'm not sure. It would definitely work for his like street vendor cred. But who knows? And I've got all this space right here for our final restaurant, whatever that ends up being. We currently have Marlowe on our island, but we were trying to switch it out to be somebody that's actually food themed. Yes, I do have money trees. Yes, we're leaving them alone. I'm not ready to shake them yet. I've got plenty of bells, so. But yeah, currently we've got Marlowe, and I don't really like him. I would prefer if it was somebody food themed. So there is a mouse that looks like he's made out of cheese and a cat that's made out of an orange, essentially. So those are one of our other two options for when we inevitably get him to move out. So we're just going to ignore him until he leaves us alone. That's the plan. So, what else? What else? What else? Well, we got a bunch of stuff for the idea of setting up a diner outside. Now I'm thinking about walking that back. So, we'll see. I could always switch the colors and make them more sleek and whatnot, and it would kind of fit like a family restaurant type style thing. But we'll see. There wouldn't really be outdoor stuff that would look like that. Let's see. We already know how to make that, and we already donated those. And I think that's all we've got right now. Buy these for 6,000. Yes, goodbye. I think that puts us above what we needed. So it works. Hooray! More Nook miles that we may not need anymore. It's okay. Now we have 7,300. We can hit some rocks. We can dive for sea creatures. We'll see. We'll see. I was definitely hoping to do more decorating today. We didn't really live up to that potential. So... Oh, yes, O'Hare, what is it? What? Okay. Trying to make it a big deal. If you gave it to me, it would be a surprise production kind of thing. Sure. That's awesome. I can already see Marcel reacting. Classic Marcel. Here it is. Good luck. Alright, where is Marcel? Is he in his house? Deliver that today? That'd be great. Oh, I forgot a comma. I meant no. Rush. You got it. Dude, are you good? Like... I just walked to Marcel's house. Do the thing. It didn't need to be a production. I don't understand. Oh, hey, Marcel's making something. No. I did not go on vacation. What are you doing? A mossy garden rock. Nice. What? You already know how to make a mossy garden rock? Yep. You just leave a rock outside in damp conditions and it grows moss. I want to tell everybody about mossy garden rock, so I scribbled down the recipe. Maybe apologize for the cookie grease I smudged on the middle part. No, I won't apologize. It'd be great if a bunch of folks made mossy garden rock. Here you go, chat. We all have to make mossy garden rocks together. Also, I'm here to deliver something to you. This is too many things. He's making something. We haven't seen him in a while. We gotta deliver something to him. Too much. Aw, man, that's cool. I wonder what it is. Let me see. Aw, yeah. It's a baseball uniform. I've been wanting something like this for a long time. Oh, man. Should I try it on now? Yes. Walk the runway. Aw. It's in his colors. Yes. Thanks. O'Hare is like so fashionable. It's super cool of him to give me clothes. Thanks for the delivery. That was really great of you. Here you go. As a thank you, you can have a track jacket. I don't need that. I don't need it. I hear they're super popular. I hope you dig them too. No, I don't. I'm kind of impressed that it's actually in his colors. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they could do that. So that's pretty neat. Alright, now to go back to O'Hare and tell him we did the deed. Maybe this is why he kept busting into our house. You did deliver the thing, right? Spill the deeds. What did he have to say? So... how did it look? Better than it would on me? I'll have to find out. It did, in fact. Stick with what you're wearing. And then we got a track jacket. Oh. Nope. Not for me, thanks. We're gonna store that in the, old storage closet. That's the plan. Let's see. Storage. 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 So much storage. Nice. We should probably put those bells in the ABD. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I guess we can, since we're gonna go in here and get some stuff from the mile redemption. But I don't know how much to put away. I guess just 100,000 will work. We have all of our bells, thanks to our friend Kitty, who just gave us all of it. They are super cool. I do not know where they are today. Probably sleeping. For once. Would be good. Alright, so we could get a sandbox, which would work. We could get the playground gym, although I don't know if I want to leave it in these colors. So we're gonna need the sandbox, the gym. There was a springy ride-on thing. How much was that? 2,000. Okay, so 2,000 for that. If I get a second one, it's probably gonna be another 2,000, so 4 grand. We'll just do the 2. 6.4 and 9.4 is how much we need. We're gonna start with the playground gym. Yes. It'll be mailed to us. Okay. Yes. We'll start with that. And then I guess we'll do the 2 springy ride-ons. That way if we decide not to do the sandbox, then it'll be fine. I think since we're doing the area as sand, it'll be okay. So we'll get 2 of those, and then we will work towards the sandbox if we decide to do it. So those will be mailed to us. I have an idea. I don't know how well it'll work. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make the, like, boundary. It'll make more sense when I get up there. Hang on. So if we go ahead and we put a bunch of sand near her place in advance, which we're gonna have to move these. Not a big deal because I'm just gonna uproot the apple tree and the orange tree, and we'll use our handy dandy axe wherever it went to cut down these other trees. I think we do have a quest to cut down a single tree, so we might just do one. Alright, 1 axe. Alright, and oh, we already had one in our pockets. Wow. Wow. Thankfully, there were no wasps in that tree. Who would have been stung right in the face. Here it went. And we got Nook Miles. Excellent. We're back up to 500. Cooking and hitting rocks. Excellent. So I'm thinking our playground will go probably in this area right here and have it be like part of the lead up to the restaurant. But we'll see. I don't want it too close to the water because that doesn't seem safe, but it'll be fine. Sorry. Alright, let's do some creativities. Alright, so to lead up to his place is actually the plaza tiles, which is this one here. I'm gonna take this out so that we can put some down real quick. Oops, not the button I wanted. I wanted this spot. Then we'll do one more. Then we'll put our pagoda back Pergola? Pagoda? I don't know what it's called. I wish I remembered. Pergola. Halfway right. Great, we have placed our pergola. I think that's in the right spot. There it is. Alright, so that leads to that. We do need a pathway that leads away from everything. We haven't really decided what our overall path is going to be. I think I might default to these terracotta tiles. But we'll see. Because we haven't really decided how to connect the whole island together. So to get to Ketchup's place, we'll do the stone. Make it easy. We're gonna be stair-stepping our way to her house, essentially. We may change this later. We may try to find a custom path that we like a lot. Or we'll just stick with our own, make our own path. We'll see. Right. And essentially all we're doing is we are building a pathway so that we can fit the playground around it. Otherwise, we would have left it alone. Kind of like the 3 across. It seems a little easier to walk on. And then I think this would be the end of the stair step. Right here. So that leads to our place that we're trying to get to. And we can, of course, fill in some of these gaps. We can make it rounded since they're not the final edges. We'll see. Kind of like the rounded like this. Looks nice. Or at least it looks nice to my brain. Oops, not what I wanted. Messed it all up. Do that one, that one. I may have to get rid of that piece up at the top because it doesn't quite go. I'll get rid of this one. And it will be a bubble. There we go. Bubble walkway. It's not wide enough, I don't think. I need it to be wider. Maybe like that. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll come up with something. Oops. Not what I wanted at all. In front of Cherry's place, we had it to where it was just like pieces of random stone. Oops. What am I doing? It's 10 a.m. We've got new music. I don't know what I'm doing with my pathway right now. Maybe I'm just not as into this bubble path as I thought I would be. Okay. No, I wanted one more space here. We'll see, we'll see. I don't know. That? I don't know. We'll work on it later. It's taking away from sand time. So essentially we need a space that would fit the whole playground. I have a feeling that the actual gym itself is gonna be about 3 spaces big, probably. Maybe it's just 2. So we'll need at least that much space to create our little thing. Now we're getting a little close to the edge here. We'll have to set up like a fence or something. Like fence in a little playground. Just in case. I'll probably change the walkway. It'll probably end up being a little less bumpy, a little more smooth. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. You need it to be as wrinkly as my brain. Which is to say, probably a little smoother. Because I am still very sleepy. Anywho, I definitely need to move the fruit trees. Oh, it's gonna go in the water. Nice, we caught it. I definitely need to move the 2 fruit trees. I think those are in the way still. So we're gonna have to consume something. Probably fruit from fruit trees. So we'll need a shovel. Oh. Guess we can't use the shovel yet. Go. Yum, 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 yum. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious. I think if you drink the coffee, it actually gives you like 3 in one go, which is pretty cool. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious. There's just a tree in my pocket. Excellent. I was debating moving a tree along the pathway to see like if that worked a little better, but I don't know yet. But yeah, we're definitely gonna need a fencing around this. Otherwise we might end up with some kids drowning when they jump off the swings. We may have to move her house. We may have to move her house where this tree is and then just extend it up. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't quite decided what we're gonna do just yet. We don't necessarily need it to be perfectly square. We can just leave like a little section like that. And of course, I'm gonna round the edges because I don't know, I just like it. And we'll leave that as it is. So that'll give us enough space. My original thought process was to create like a border so that it would go around and like contain the sand. But now I'm not so sure. I'm not sure if that's really gonna work unless I uncurve these edges, which I could do, and make it like an actual sand pit. But I don't know if I can pull that off. We're gonna test it. We're gonna test it and see if I can pull that off. We use this one as our beginner piece. So first things first, we need this whole thing to just be see-through. That's just how it's gonna work. That way the sand can show through it pretty well. We do also need a different palette. Let's go with this one. Pretty good looking. Go back to our little thing here. Take out these lines because we don't need them. Okay. We'll go with this as the first piece. We're just doing the edge right now. We're just doing the very, very edge of this, this piece. So we're gonna see how this works. It may not. It may be an endeavor that just doesn't work. And then sand. That's kind of the sand color. It's not as close as I would have hoped for. Let's see. Need to be a little... There we go. That's a little more sand colored. Alright, let's try sandbox. I can almost guarantee that there is probably a custom pattern out there that would work way better than what I'm doing. But, you know, I like to try it myself first. Just like we tried with that picnic blanket that looks horrible that I need to fix. Alright, so we got our edge of our sandbox here. So let's see if we can make it work. So it would go on the edge. We'll start on the actual edge. I don't think that changed anything. Okay. I'm gonna try... let's see, what is the button for... Be like that. Maybe I need to make it wider. That kind of works. The sand is definitely the wrong color, so we'll need to fix that. Instead of that, I might put the dark on that side. Oops. Wrong button. Okay, change design. Do this one. We'll do like a stripe. Actually, instead of that, I'm gonna grab this color. Do a stripe of that. Now this is an incredibly basic way to do the contrast, but maybe it'll work? No, now it's too dark. I don't think it really works as an edge piece. I'm not sure. Maybe it's too thick now? Might be a little too thick now. That might be the issue. We'll just go ahead and get rid of this piece by making it slightly less dark. Maybe that's the solution. Let's see. It's a little better. But yeah, so the idea would be that we would also have to create edge pieces and then the other side as well so that it could fully encompass this whole box. I don't know if I could quite get that curve right. I could try, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would do it justice. So, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Because of course, if I put it on this one, now there's nothing on this edge here. So, I would have to make sure that I did an actual edge piece. But yeah, it's not so bad. I think the only way to actually do it on the other side would be to do a mirror and then erase the first piece. Since unfortunately I can't just move it that way. Since it's not a perfectly even pattern, it, now I'll keep going. Try. Let's just try it. Let's just see. Alright, so I want to copy this. Make it easy for myself. So I do need the two sides, the top and bottom, and then I do need the four corners. So it probably would have been easier to pick a section of my design book that I could do the whole shape in so I could see which one is which. But I had open space, so why do that? Turn on mirror mode, and then we'll just do like this. This is the easiest way I know to make a design mirrored, literally. Is to just push the mirror button. Because then it's exactly the same on the other side. You don't even have to worry about it. Right, we're going to turn off mirror mode so that we can get rid of this whole section. Oops. We use our big tool. Right, we're gonna call this sandbox L. This is on the left side, I guess. I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do. Alright. Now we switch our thing here. Custom design. The other one. Oop. Oop. Designing in this game is actually one of my favorite things, so. But I don't know how much more I have in me today. I think if we finish this, that'll be where we switch games, and then that will be it. I don't think I'm going to do the corners today. I think I'm just going to do the top and bottom real quick, and then we'll go from there. Why do I keep hitting the wrong one? And we're missing that slingshot balloon right there. Alright, so we know our 3 colors, which is good. Gonna go ahead and copy this here, just so we can, we're gonna wait for this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the copied one, only because I want to make sure that we pick the right colors for the first one, and also the distance. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares out, so that would put our first line right here. And then we go from there. Let's get rid of this real quick. Here's our second line, which is 2 spaces big. And then our third line is this one. It looks bigger this direction. Yeah, no, it's only coloring 2 squares. It looks bigger from this direction for some reason. That's so strange. Oh well. We'll see what it looks like out there. All right. We'll call this sandbox U for upper. Or up. Sandbox up. That does look way thicker. I wonder if the top and bottom has to be slightly different. I wouldn't think it would, but maybe. No, it comes out the same. Huh. That was so strange. And then we just need the bottom. So this whole process is actually pretty easy to do simple designs like this, which I'm thankful for, because otherwise I would be kind of having a bad time. Alright, so the only way I'm going to be able to get this mirrored is to just mirror it, because unfortunately there's no top-bottom mirror. There's just the left-right. So make sure we get it right. 2, 3, 4, and click. And then we use this one for the... Oh, yep, it is. Okay, cool. Do. And then we skip one. Excellent. All right. So as soon as I finish with this, I'm going to actually switch games for a little bit, and then we will we'll go from there. Oh my goodness! If I could please, 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 please. I thought about saving that game till like my normal evening type plays, but kind of want to try it out. So, do D for down. All right. Now we've got our 4 edges. Go us. Oops. Not there. I wanted it next to that. It is cool that it doesn't put the pattern down if you've like cornered it. It doesn't add the pattern uncornered. I'll have to keep that in mind. All right. So we've got 4 edges. It doesn't look terrible. So we'll have to see about either making the corners or making just full points. So I'm not sure which one we're gonna go for. We'll see, we'll see. All right, that's gonna do it for Animal Crossing. So we're gonna save that. And then I'm gonna make sure that everything is downloaded correctly. So we're going to go on a short break so that I can like change the title and everything. I'll still be here, but I just won't be having my game up. So we'll take you back. We're gonna go to the taking a break screen only because I think it's a little cuter. And it's not quite just me on the screen. Oops. Hear me connecting my things. All right, let's see if this game is ready to play. Okay, cool. No issues. We'll put it right back on. I will get that going, and then I gotta switch my game. Edit our stream info real quick. Let's see. I wonder if this is a... Oh, it is. Cool. Cool. All right. Stream info has been updated. Everything should be good to go. So let's get us back on track and get back to our stream. So, of course, gotta push A. This was made in the Unreal Engine. It is a Square Enix game. So when I say Final Fantasy meets Harvest Moon, I'm almost talking a little bit literally. There is fighting in this game, as far as I know, or at least there seemed to be. So the game does use autosave, as you can see. And we're going to try this demo together. We're going to see what we can find out. If it ever starts loading, that would be great. All right, so we are playing the prologue to the game, apparently. It's called a prologue demo. So I don't think we get to select too much. Looks like there's actually a voice in this game. That's pretty cool. All right. Cool. You can pick male, female, or non-binary. Cool. Well, I am a female. Select our appearance. Okay. So we can be the dainty waifu style, or we can be the big tough adventurer style. Can I not see the rest of my figure? Adventurer. Why not? What is with our hair? We have that anime mom hair. I don't think I like that. I don't know. What are we doing? Oops. It's always our name. I didn't listen to the voices, so we gotta go back. Oh. Okay. So you get male sounding voice or female sounding voice. Got it. Yeah. That's us. Why am I getting texted right now? Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up. I don't know who's talking to us. Oh, demons. Cool. Alright. We're outside. And there's a lot of sparkles. Oh, we might be dead. Got it. We've been revived. Thanks for the Phoenix down. You should be all better now. Come on, let's go. I don't know how much of this we're gonna demo out today, but we're gonna get to at least to where we can test out the different features. So I know there's farming and I know there's combat. Those are the two goals that we have, is to get to the farming and to get to the combat. It definitely looks very Final Fantasy. I feel like this would be better maybe on a bigger platform, like a PlayStation. It doesn't look bad on the Switch, though. You might just be the one who could save the world. And the girl. What girl? You? Who are you? I can't tell you that yet. Oh, of course. Tell me where I am. There will come a time when you will have to choose between this world and the one that existed until now. Oh. But don't forget that this is the story of your world. And as long as you love it, you will find a way. What? So, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hopeless it may feel at times, don't turn away from it. Very Final Fantasy. Okay, got it. Am I gonna pass out again? Be pretty on brand for us so far. I probably could have given her a voice, but I don't know. We'll see. I wonder if we're a silent protagonist. I wonder if that's our thing. We did ask a question, so less so, I guess. Oh. What is that? That... Death, apparently. We fell down again. Wow. We're probably not supposed to be out here in the sparkles, are we? Maybe we're going in between the worlds. I'll move our Data's follower deck over here. Boop. Oh, why now? I should be out on doctor's rounds. Excuse me, don't you think it's time you woke? No? That's fine. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't have moved that. Because I have something for that. Is it a kick in the butt? Oh, magic. Oh, you're awake. Forget I said that. It's not like I was going to use magic on you to wake you up or anything. Where am I? We call this hill Bird's Eye Bray. At the bottom is a village called Leth. I'm forgetting. And I'm Cress, the village doctor. Now it's my turn. I don't think I've seen you around here before. No local in their right mind would be out walking during quietus. Are you a traveler or something? What's quietus? Hmm? It seems like your memory is a bit fuzzy. Yes, it is. Well, never mind. I've got to go. Come to my clinic in Leth when you're feeling a bit more with it. Wow. What an impractical doctor's outfit you have on. This icon indicates a place where the story will progress. Okay. Head to Leth Village. Well, at least we can run. So we're not, like, invalid out the gate, I guess. Oh, it's a very guided pathway. Ooh, a storage box. You can store items in yellow storage boxes. All of the boxes are connected to each other on the inside. Handy. We don't have anything to store. But at least we can grab things from area to area. That's pretty cool. Or at least so far. I wonder if there's more to it. Alright, so this is a village. It's called Leth. Like the waters. Or the river. Or something. Alright, let's see. That is terrifying, but everything else is very pretty. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's like supposed to be happening. It's like a bad thing. And I still don't know what the heck quietus is. Hey, are you okay? You look kind of out of it. Oh, I know. You're the one Cress was talking about. You were found collapsed on the hill, right? Yeah, word travels fast. Anyway, I'm Van. This is Leth Village. So, if you're looking for Cress, she's probably in her clinic. Cool. Could you show me where it is, please? Oh, you want me to take you? Nope. Sorry, no can do. I may not look it, but I'm actually super busy right now. I'm right in the middle of a game of Princess and the Omen. And after this, I'm gonna play Konolu Catch with Vent and everyone. Not hard to find, though. To the top of the hill in the square. You can't miss it. I thought there was voices in this game. I thought voices was a thing. But apparently no voices yet. We gotta add our own. Really easy to get there. Just follow the street and climb the steps from the village square. Well, see you later. I gotta get back to my game. Same. You can view the map by pressing minus. Nice. A person. Hello, person. Talk to you. Quietus has passed. I can finally hang all this laundry I've let pile up. Although, quietus is pretty, isn't it? I think that's what makes it all the more unsettling. I wonder if that's what life after death looks like. Oh my, it's not like me to get so grimly poetic. Haven't seen you before. Are you a traveler? Your timing is spot on. With quietus over, Leth has got a nice season to look forward to. Quietus is no laughing matter. Visiting every time the season changes could be dangerous. I mean, I guess that's what we were doing, but we got caught in death, I guess. This here is the monolight. Surely a stranger such as yourself has seen it in other towns. It draws from the sea's light you see over there and provides us with the divine protection. Oh, okay. So it is supposed to be there. Life became much easier once monolight was invented, no doubt about it. What? Look at all these swirly, swirly things. Look at this. What is this thing? I just want to know. I'm guessing the game will kind of shepherd us to where we're supposed to go anyway. And I want to get to the combat and stuff. I want to see how it feels. Okay. That is not... Oh, it is Chris. Okay. Dim, you're back? Now that you're here, would you mind mixing up the mayor's medicine? Oh, it's you. Welcome, come in. How are you feeling? Remembering anything yet? Nope. I see. Well, you were outside during quietus. Will my memory come back? Can't say for certain. The effects of quietus on the body are still unknown. Even we doctors still know very little about it. Quietus is the season of death, when dust from the sea's light is abnormally emitted into the atmosphere. It comes in between the 4 seasons. We believe the dust can be deadly if it enters the body, so everyone usually stays inside during quietus. Now then, come over here, please. Gonna check us out. Why are you just standing there? I'm about to give you a medical exam. You got it. Press gives you a medical exam. Nice. For now, your body seems to be in working order. You're very lucky for someone who fell ill during quietus. It's a miracle you're still alive. Anyway, this works out for me too. I was just running out of beds, so it's a good thing you're better now. So now, regarding your next... earthquake. Oh my gosh, it's suddenly dark. Is that an earthquake? It's so dark out. Oh, Cress, it's an emergency. Dim? What was that shaking just now? The sea's light is acting weird. Come quick. Okay. What those tremors have been. Go after Cress and Dim. I sure will. Is there anything to loot in here first? Aw. Ooh. Aw. Oh, they weren't kidding. All the beds are full. Okay. So we can't do anything. All we can do is go after them. Okay. I wonder if that is a demo thing or if that's a because this is a story locked thing. Because that was definitely a chest that we should have been able to open. It's glowing, it's emitting things, and it's dark outside. That's kind of weird. Oh, this is divine retribution. Our time has come. Sea's light is intensifying. But why? Quietus is meant to be over already. Look! Oh. What is that? What is happening? That seems bad. Huh. I'm guessing that they're all sea's light? All those things? Oh. Huh. That's bad. That's definitely bad. Whatever that is, it... Oh, it crashed into the sea's light. Oh dear. Okay, well, that is not great. What was that? Did you see that? I told you, it's divine punishment. Did it land in the North Square? I'm scared. Look at you two scaredy cats. Our town is in peril. We've got to go and find out what's happening. Oh no, the children. Hey, don't run off like that. Dim, let's go too. There might be casualties at the scene. Well, heck, I'm gonna go. Why not? If everybody else is going, I'm going too. If the children can go, I'm going. We got dramatic music going on. Ooh, look at that. A fiery crash. Well, that looks wicked and terrible. Can't believe it. How could something so massive fall out of the sky? Imagine if the Order were here today. Imagine how many people would have been injured. I hope everyone's alright. The doctors ran in. Oh, my tummy. On the bright side, it looks like no one got hurt. Stay away from the crystal, everyone. It could have harmful effects on the body. Can someone inform the mayor? He should be back in town by now. We will. Bye, kids. Vent van, come on. It's our time to shine. Let's go. Go, kids, go. All right, everyone, show's over. We'll take over from here so the rest of you can go home. I don't have a home. Where do I go? I don't have a home. Oh, you must be the traveler my sister told me about. You better go home too. I don't have a home. Oh, glowing. Wait, is this? Ooh, mysterious door. Entrance? You mean you can go inside? Yes, I can. Why not? Let's just be the mysterious stranger who can go in the weird crystal. Hey! No one told you to go in there. Wait. I mean, don't worry, I'll be fine. You're still recovering. I'm still going in this door. That's what I'm still. Alright. Head deeper into the crystal. Oh, there is something on the floor. You about to learn combat, or... Okay, can't go in the doors. Oh, it's a person. I think. Figure clad in armor. Come on, stay with me. I'm not a doctor, but they're in pain but still breathing. Red in on this. What? Hey, are you okay? What's going on in there? There's a person inside. Person? Like a human person? I mean, what is this? That's... Traveler, get away from it now. We have to get them treated. Are you crazy? Treat an omen? Oh, right. You're an amnesiac, aren't you? That probably doesn't mean much to you. Well, long story short, omens are trouble. They might be the ones behind the quietus. Are you just going to leave it here? No. You got me. You're right. I can't pretend I didn't see it. Isn't that right, Dad? Your dad's here? Come on, let's carry it outside. Those seem like impractical shoes for a doctor. But you know, what do I know? I'm just a traveler running around. Press, that's... It was inside. It's still alive. That's not what I meant. Yes, I know, but I couldn't just leave it in there. Press dim. Have you found anything about this flying object? Mayor! My goodness, I'm astounded. This is the crystal that crash landed here? It's enormous. Mayor, there was an omen inside it. Oh? Yes, it does look like one. Mayor, please tell her. We're not helping any omens. This was clearly all they're doing anyway. Are omens really that bad? Well, that is an oversimplification. Are you the traveler I've been hearing about? I hear rumors that you came from afar during quietus. Yes, this is the person from the rumors. It's just been one thing after another. What on earth is going on? Mayor, all my beds are still full from last week's incident. Last week's incident? I can't just leave this wounded omen, or this traveler here either. Indeed. But we cannot provide refuge to an omen in our town. I thought so, but as a doctor, I can't leave behind the injured under any circumstances. Calm down, Cress. I said we cannot keep the omen inside Leth Village. What do you mean? There's a spare shed on Bird's Eye Brae, isn't there? No one would notice if you took it there. I grant you permission to treat it there until it regains consciousness. Ah. Now to carry this omen over to Bird's Eye Brae. Would you lend me a hand, traveler? Aren't we still recovering? Shouldn't be lifting things. I just wanted to get to the fighting. But it is a Final Fantasy-esque game, after all. There will be a lot of talking. I won't be able to treat this omen if I can't get under its armor. What is this thing made of? It just won't come off. That's why it's pointless even trying to treat an omen. I suppose all you can do for now is let it rest. Now as for you, what brought you to our town? Mayor, her memory was affected by quietus. I see. You were incredibly lucky to make it this far out during quietus. It was that girl. A girl? None of the villagers should have been out at that time. Her body was in a weakened state at the time. It's not unlikely that she may have experienced hallucinations. Perhaps. In any case, she could probably do with some rest. This shed has been vacant ever since the last owner left. You may use it as you please. Nice, free house. Now excuse me, but I must be on my way to a village meeting. We have to decide on a plan of action regarding the crystal that landed here. Press Dim, I'm leaving the rest with you. Press, are you sure you want to take in this omen? Yes. There you go, getting too involved again. You put yourself on the line too much. I'm going back to finish the rounds. Shouldn't give him such a gruff voice, but it's all I could think of to distinguish the siblings. Sorry, I've been too preoccupied with everything. Sorry, so preoccupied. Going on at the moment. What should I do now? You've been through much more than I have. Take it easy for the rest of the day. I'm sure your body must still be fighting off the effects of the quietus. Lost the voice there for a second. I'll leave you to it. I'm coming back to check on you tomorrow, alright? See ya, Chris. You're suddenly overcome with the feeling of tiredness. Time to get some rest. I'm sure the game would do that if we stayed out too late. It's probably got like a time mechanic you can't stay out past. The game will autosave when you rest in bed and the day ends. Spring Zephyr Day 2. We did have to press a button to make it continue. Alright, more story, I'm guessing. The One from Beyond. Chapter 1. Somebody's here. Oh, it's Cress. Oh dear, were you still sleeping? It's already afternoon, sleepyhead. Well, if you're sick, you're sick. Not much we can do about that. How are you feeling? I never got your name. Do you remember what it is? Cece. See, it's good you remember that much at least. I'm going to give you a quick once-over. Hold still, please. Okay. Still nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, that's right. The mayor asked me to give you something. Would you mind coming outside? Sure. Why not? She came to check on us because we slept, like, all the way till the afternoon. It's not the most conventional gift, but here you go. You received 3 Karop seeds and 3 stellar wheat seeds. It looks like everyone in Left Village pitched in. Sweet. You've got a good plot of land here. I guess he's hoping you'll put it to use while you get back on your feet. Which, I must say, makes perfect sense from a doctor's perspective. It'll keep you busy, since it's easy to feel gloomy or despondent when you don't have something to work towards. And when the mind suffers, so does the body. No point in dilly-dallying. Let's get to work. Don't worry, I'll teach you what to do. I'm not an expert, but I know the basics. You want me to help you? I'm a doctor, not a farmer. I can barely lift the tools by myself. Besides, doing it yourself is the best way to learn. Wow. Wow. She gives us a task, won't even help us with it. Plow the earth, plant the seeds, water them. Okay. Press Y to plow. Plow twice to complete. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. I think we had 2 of each seed, so we'll just do... Oops. Alright, I guess we'll do the other plots right here. Why not? Now what? Oh, okay. Oh, it was 3 of each seed. Interesting. Oops. Oh. That's why it wouldn't stop, because we needed 1 for each thing. Press X to plant seeds. Open your backpack and select. Oh. Okay. Got it. Then we have this one still? Oh. Did we only have 2 of that one and 3 of the other one? Oh no, it is 3 and 3. We've just already planted the other ones. While holding ZR, press up to change the watering can. Got it. Take it out and hold Y to water. Nice. Oh, I can't. That is a weird watering can. Crops on your farm need water to grow. Water them every day. Got it. Okay. Not quite what I was planning as far as layout, but it's alright. You seem pretty good with your hands. Keep it up, and I'm sure you'll have no problem. Wow. That wasn't so hard. Pretty easy. You pick things up pretty quick, huh? I wonder if I should put you to work at the clinic. I'm kidding. I'm definitely kidding. Wow. She wasn't kidding, I don't think. Although, this farm has seen some better days. You must have had a hard time working on it. The rocks kept getting in the way. Yeah, I can imagine. If you had a hammer or something, you could break down those rocks and have more space for your farm. Don't suppose you have one, do you? No, why would I have one? Didn't think so. In that case, you'll just have to make one. Can you make one for me? Nope, I gotta do everything myself. Nope, it's best if you make one for yourself. You're going to have to be self-sufficient if you want to live here. I didn't say I wanted to live here. You can make a hammer with some hard stone. I'll show you how to make it, but you've got to gather the materials first. You should be able to find the materials you need at the Njord step. Nord step? Njord step? I don't know. How do I get there? You'll find the step if you get off of this hill from that gate over there and follow the road east. There are some monsters around there though, so be careful. And what else? Oh yeah, you can have this. A sandwich. Nice. You must be hungry after all that farm work, right? Here's something for you to eat. It's a good idea to fill your stomach before you head out on any journeys. Because if you wait until you're weak and passed out to eat, then it's already too late. So you're to eat that and restore your energy you spent. Understood? Thanks. I guess. Food and stamina. You can recover stamina spent working on the farm or HP lost in battle by eating food. Some food can improve abilities temporarily. Your hunger gauge fills temporarily after eating. If it is even slightly filled, your stamina will begin to recover on its own. Nice. Well then, I'll be heading back to the clinic. Bye, Chris. You talk too much anyway. If that omen opens their eyes after I've left, then let me know right away. Come on, Chris. I'm trying to fight some monsters. Let's go. She's very pushy. I mean, she's a doctor, I guess. Time passes automatically. Your ability will be reduced and your actions limited as it gets later in the day. Once the clock reaches midnight, you will collapse from exhaustion. Make sure to go home and sleep before that happens. Only till midnight? Dang, that's not very nice. Oh, sandwich. You did say to eat the sandwich, so we're gonna eat the sandwich. Yum. Wait, did we not eat the sandwich? Oh, there's our sandwich. Yum. Sandwich! Okay, it is now... You know, she said it was afternoon, but it's 10:30 in the morning. What the heck? Sorry, I was reading a text. Passing a time corresponds to how far you've traveled. Oh, okay. Explore the nearby village or head east to the steppe. Well, you know where we're going. East, baby. Njord steppe. Don't mind if I do. I hope we already have a sword or something to fight with. Otherwise, this is going to get real embarrassing real fast. Okay. Ooh, look at those things. They look like horses, but with snake or giraffe or... I don't know. They look like Final Fantasy creatures. That's the important part. Still very chilly. Y for a normal attack. Hold ZL and use something to dash. I think that's a Y. What letter is that? I don't know. Oh, it's just movement speed, I think. Y is our normal attack. Ah! What's the dodge button? Oh. A cool berry. Nice. It keeps giving me hints, but move freely during the daytime, sleep in your bed at night. Okay. Gathering and mining. There are areas in the field where you can obtain items by using stamina. You can get 2 items from these areas that will replenish the following day. Okay, cool. Bloop, bloop. Hard stone and monolite fragment. Interesting. Slice, slice, slice. Okay, so far combat isn't that bad. Ooh, a chest. I was kind of hoping... Ooh, carrot seeds. Interesting. Kind of hoping that the combat would be a little more fluid. The movement's very fluid. Everything seems to respond quickly. There's not a lot of lag, which is nice. I don't know if maybe it's just my character is a low level or... Oh, it's a baby. Oh no. Sorry, baby demon horse thing. I don't know if maybe it's my character is too low, and that's why we're having a little bit of a difficulty with the combat, but so far, I mean, it does seem to be pretty simple as far as, you know, face a thing, swing sword. So, I'm sure there's more to it. I'm sure it'll get more complicated as we go along. Ooh, what is that? Something else we can fight? Dress lettuce. Hey, can I fight you too? Oh. Cutscene. Nice. Have you found it? I don't know what voices to give them. Yes, just been sighted at the spring seas light. The planetary nightmare? Most likely, yes. Alright, I have an idea. Let us reconvene with Dianthus and the others. Now doesn't look like a good time to talk to them. It's probably best to stay out of their way. Yeah, probably. They're in, some hefty looking armor. Okay, so that's just an in-game, like, block of why you can't go that way. Gotcha. Picking up what you're putting down, game. I understand. Alright, so to sprint, we basically just hold down the button and then we go slightly faster. Interesting. It's also interesting that the traveling here takes in-game time, because you can see it passing for the distance that you travel. That's kind of cool. Not, like, nice cool, but like, oh, it's kind of neat. Can I talk to you again? Have you seen that meteorite in the northern village square? It's strangely beautiful, isn't it? Even though it's dangerous and all. I have to be careful about it when I put the laundry out to dry. Another one could fall any minute. What is with you and laundry? Who's like obsessed? Can I go see the meteorite? That's what I want to do. Oh, look, the mayor. Hi, mayor. You must have all sorts of trouble getting up in the morning, If you ever need an ear to bend, you let me know. I might even prove useful being mayor of the village. I want to go to the meteorite. Might as well, right? I want to see if there's anything in that thing. There's a little thingy. What are these thingies? Are they like fast travel points, maybe? Can I go in there now? The door is shut. Oh. Cannot go in there anymore. That's a shame. There was stuff in there I wanted to look at. I wonder if it'll let us in later. I wonder if it's like a quest thing. Or maybe because the little omen dude's out, we can't do anything with it. Oh. We'll see. I'm glad we can sprint. That definitely helps a little bit. I don't know what's going on in this village though. Well, we got some new seeds. Let's go plant them. It's 3:30 in game. We have to be in bed asleep before midnight in game, which is weirdly early for this kind of game. In my time in Portia, it's 3 a.m. In Wildflowers, it's 2 a.m. So I wonder why it's supposed to be. Letters arrive to your mailbox. Sometimes letters come with items. The mailbox lights up to notify you when there's new letters. Okay, cool. I wonder why it's specifically midnight. So we've got a little house, which is cute. Oh, we have mail. Let's see. Greetings, citizens. Yesterday, a giant crystallized object descended upon Leth and crash landed in the village. Fortunately, no Leth residents were injured. The object is thought to pose no immediate threat to life unless close contact is made. Please rest assured that our intelligence division is investigating the incident. Once again, do not approach the object. Castle Lewis Intelligence Division. Castle Lewis. Interesting. Didn't we push the button to change our thing? Gotta do it twice, otherwise it doesn't count. And then open our backpack and find the seeds. Womp. Womp. I don't know how many seeds we have, so I'm trying to build these as much as I can. I will say that the ground selection is a little wonky, but I wonder if that's because the game is just that responsive, or if that's like an actual flaw. Because the game seems to be very responsive to wherever we tell it to go. I don't want to say that that's a point against it, but I don't know. And water. Cool. Oh, we gotta hold it, right? I forgot. Yeah, we got all kinds of crops growing. That's pretty cool. Oh, did we still have a thing left? I thought we only had one other seed. Oh no, we have plenty of them. Nice. We don't have a hammer yet, so we can't break that. I guess we'll save... Oops. I guess we'll save the other seed for later, because of course these are going to finish growing and we gotta plant something else. Sun will set any minute. Go back to your house and Bird's Eye Braid to sleep. Huh. So it did say that once the sun starts going down, you like lose strength and your stamina recovery kind of falls. And then of course at midnight you just pass out on the ground. So, okay. Time to sleep in this bed that they gave us for free. It's evening. It was already evening. A loud sound coming from the other bed. Wow, that is nighttime. Now I'm awake. Let's go check on him. 'Cause that is spooky. Are you good over here, fam? Error. Abnormality detected in the life support system may cause irreversible effects to the body. What? It's conscious? Operator consciousness levels low. Cognizant judgment impossible. Checking atmosphere composition. Small amount of Gaia dust detected. Body affected by Gaia dust density. Rectifying. Discarding protective equipment. Whoa. It's a girl. The girl is sleeping peacefully. Better go and call Cress right away. I thought we had to be in bed by midnight. Trying to tell me that there was a human inside that omen armor this whole time? Cece, are you sure this girl was inside the omen armor? Positive. Fair enough. I don't see what you would have to gain by lying to us. It makes sense for her to have been in the omen armor the whole time. The fabric of her clothing isn't anything I've seen before. I wonder where she's from. I bet she works for them. You shouldn't let your guard down just because she looks like us, Cress. A human wearing omen armor is pretty suspicious. Enough, Dim. There's no point in jumping to conclusions. What would you like to do with her, Cress? What indeed? She's still unconscious, so we'll need to just wait and see for now. Cress! But what? We can't just abandon her, can we? Cece, you don't mind, do you? Won't I be putting my life at risk? Sure, whatever. We can't turn her away. I knew you'd see it that way too. I'll leave her in your care until then. What about your care? Aren't you the doctor? Very good. It's quite late, so let's head back to the village. We all have to be asleep by midnight. Don't let your guard down. No excuses. I'll come back in the morning to see how things are going. Bye for now, Cece. A little silly for the mayor to say that. Alright. Girl from the armor is sleeping peacefully. It might be a good idea to get some sleep too. Alright. So sleep is supposed to save our game. We got some experience. Cool, 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 cool. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I think we will continue the demo on another day. Because, yeah. I need more coffee. I need to get something for my tummy because it is growling. So, we're going to start Spring Zephyr Day 3. What the? Where the hell am I? Or not. Someone's talking. I was investigating the red aim, then... Oh, what happened to my gear? Oh, this sucks. Seriously, what is this place? We're gonna have to pick a voice for her, because I'm pretty sure that's the Omen lady. Went outside. Okay. Search for the voice's owner. Find out. Where could she have gone? Is that... No, it can't be. A new Red Queen? I don't know what voice to give her. Red Queen? What are you talking about? You, weren't you asleep in the other bed? What's with that getup? Morning, Cece. You're up early. She's awake? I'll go get the mayor. I gotta give her a different voice. Her outfit. And did she say mayor? I have a bad feeling about this. Achoo! Ugh, it's chilly out here. Or maybe my clothes are too thin? Whatever, I'm going back inside before I catch a cold out here. I don't know why I'm slipping into a Valley Girl accent. I should have just given her my voice, just like regular plain, no sound effects, no nothing. So, can you tell us where you're from, miss? Can you tell me what year it is first? Like, what calendar do you use? Lunar? Gregorian? I'm not sure how it'll help, but we use the Hurrayan calendar, making it year 855. Hurrayan? I've never heard of it. Though I don't get the impression any of you are making light of the situation. We speak the same language, so at least I've got that going for me. What are you? What do you have to do with the omens? Omens? I have honestly no idea what you're talking about. Playing coy, huh? Dim, that's enough. Let's listen to what she has to say. Thank you. We still don't know where you're from. I haven't figured that out myself. I'm looking at the clothes you're wearing and the structure of this house, and I can't say I've ever seen any of it in the history books I've read. Although, I guess they do resemble artifacts from what we would have called the Middle Ages, where I'm from. Which leads me to draw only one reasonable conclusion. I think I came here from the future. Huh? What do you mean by that? Trust me, I want to believe this is all a bad dream. But I might have to accept that this is reality. It's safer to laugh at the lunatics, after all. What? Where are you going?
I can't just sit around doing nothing. If my theory is correct, and I am in fact from another time, then I have to find a way back. I need to come up with a plan. Not only that, but I need to figure out why that stone has appeared in this time as well. There's a lot that needs to be done.
What? What is happening?
And we're already out of time.
What? What do you think she meant by that? It's me.
But whatever, there's no point in dwelling on it now.
I should head back to work. Do you need me here?
No, you go on ahead. There's still something I want to do here.
Got it. Don't stay too late. Well, I thought we were gonna wrap it up. Apparently not.
So, Cece,
those vegetables you planted yesterday should be ready by now. Let's go and harvest them. That was fast.
those particular seeds grow pretty quick.
Anyway, you don't mind if I take a look since I'm already here? Hey, alright.
Come on, let's go outside.
I think we technically picked the boy body, but I don't know. I don't know if there were other options with the male versus female thing. Because we still got the thigh highs and everything. We're just not this dainty little figure. Hey! Almost all of our crops.
The vegetables you planted are looking good.
I can see you're doing a fine job taking care of them. It's been a day. So, now.
Well, if you ship your crops, merchants can easily deliver them to families all over the world. And you'll earn yourself some money in the process as compensation. First, you should harvest your vegetables.
You got it, Cress. Press A to harvest. What if instead of that? Oh, that's a grass seed. I have a feeling it's one of those you have to have a seed to actually do anything with it. So, we got a carrot. Hey, it stopped me.
Nice job with the harvest. Now that's done, would you mind putting them in that blue shipping box over there?
I think I would mind. What if I want to eat them? Alright, 3 carrots.
Good. Looks like they're all in there. Your shipment should be collected at some point today. Then you'll receive money for everything you ship tomorrow morning. You'll have to wait until then to see how much your vegetables sold for. And that about covers shipping. Any questions? Some of the crops haven't fully grown yet. Don't forget to water them later.
We already watered them. Oh, I was worried about you in the beginning, but now I see you'll be just fine. Thank you, Cress, for showing her the ropes. Anyway, Cece, I actually have other matters to discuss with you. Would you mind coming inside? Okay. Wow. Leave it to Final Fantasy to not let me finish what I was doing. Oh. Oh. This is the crafting table. As long as you've got a recipe and some materials, it's an invaluable tool for crafting items. This is for you. What is it? You received a return bell recipe and materials. Okay. This is a recipe for an item called a return bell, and the materials you'll need to craft it. It's a handy item to have. When you use the return bell, you return home in the blink of an eye. There will come a time when your health recovers, and you'll be venturing outside of Bird's Eye Bray. You'll find yourself losing track of time while you're out wandering. Try using the return bell. This will come in handy.
You can make a hammer at the crafting table, too. As long as you've got the materials, of course. Don't. One more thing. When you get a chance, please show your face at the stores around Leth Village. There's the general store, the smithy, the renovator. I'm sure you'll come to rely on them the more you spend time in Leth. Now then, I shall be heading back to the village. I have told you everything for now. Me too. I don't want Dem getting upset with me. Well then, have a good day, Cece. Do I get to save at this point? Because, what the heck? Craft. In order to craft, you need a recipe. The amount of time it takes depends on the item. Cool. Alright. So I have no idea if it's saved at that point, if I'm gonna have to replay that whole section. Crafting bell is just 3 of these, or 6 of these green things, which we don't have. And so far the game's pretty cool. It's probably gonna end up being one of those games that gets a little bit repetitive. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and return to the title screen. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for now. Thank you everybody for joining me. This has been actually pretty fun. I might continue the demo a little bit later, but I don't know. We'll see. I might play a little bit more of the demo on Tuesday when we're done with Wildflowers, or I might play it next Thursday, which was the original plan, after some Dreamlight Valley. But for today, I'm gonna wrap it up here. You can check me out on Twitter. You can check me out on Instagram. Of course, you can check me out on YouTube, where I save all my VODs too. And if you ever wanted to find out like when we go live and things like that, you can hang out at the Discord, which has an alert bot that tells people when we go live. And I also post any kind of changes to the schedule there. Although it is usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from about 6 p.m. Central Standard to about 9 p.m. Central Standard. It's been until about 8:30 lately because I get tired a little easy. And of course on Sundays, which is usually just our Animal Crossing day, but we threw in a little extra. We get up at 8 a.m. Central Standard and we finish at about 11 o'clock, 12 noon. Just depends on the day. Depends on what we're doing. So hopefully you'll join us for one of those. Hopefully you get lots of rest, relaxation, and have a great rest of your day. Make sure you get something to eat, just like I'm about to do. And make sure, of course, that you hydrate. And I hope to see you real soon. Bye!